Is it this? Is it the new invite or was it the old invite?
Oh, brand new one, just right now.
Oh,
Same thing.
okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn mine off real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. Is it working?
Yep, yep. I added this from. I thought the local video game sent me this from chat.
Got it. Got it. So does the feed look good to you guys? I mean, how's it look?
Oh well, you said we went into the PS3 right now. It indicates audio quality is 2.2.
Oh yeah, it's so much cleaner on YouTube, I feel.
Yeah,
That's why, like, because I can do the share play, but that it's like it makes a direct link between us, and PlayStation does such a bad job of managing that. But if you bounce it through YouTube, then like they do a way better job of managing.
yeah. They do that. On the laptop it looks good.
On the laptop, it looks good at least. We watched it. Fuck. Right now, I'm actually down to do some Modern Warfare in a bit. I just need to get somewhere. Anna and I are going to play a bit of this later. We were just testing out the feed this morning. Kind of like, seeing if we can record, if I can import the feed, so we can do audio and post, experimenting.
Do you do what on here?
This is my Van Helsing character.
Okay.
So, pretty much, you have to take time to reload a gun. Where did I miss my turn off? So the trick is you just carry multiple guns. Okay, that's right where I wanted to be. Yeah, so it's very clever. You get so between LR and between R2 and L2, you get these spell slots. But these are all the different spells I've learned. So depending what spells I put in these slots depends on what I can do. You can also put items. So for me, I have, well, you'll see my rotation in a bit, but I summon this little ethereal ball over my head, and this ball lets me shoot lightning bolts, plus it lights things up for me. Yeah. He can do basic, you can do healing magic, buffing magic. I have one offensive spell that I just use to poke things, but most of my damage comes from my guns and one of my buffs that I use. Oh, here we go. There. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck you guys. So I'm going to put down my... Oh no, it's a special backpack. All my items are designed to increase lightning damage. Yeah. It reduces the mana cost of my items. So like your backpacks are a huge part. There's tons of different backpacks, all to fit different styles. Like there's a backpack specific for if you're a tank, backpack specific for assassins, backpacks for farming or like that make items spoil longer. So like the arena bosses and the in-game bosses, you have to really prepare for. It's PvE only, and it's only 2 players. You can buy 1 copy of the game and 2 people can play it on split screen. Hold up. It's the weather. I'm cold. No. It's we're already on our second playthrough because depending on the decisions you make and what you do, you alter the story. And certain perks and certain items are only available. Like on one of them, you basically have to pick one faction, do their story. I mean, luckily the story only takes like 4 hours to get through. So you get to the end game real quick. But you can kind of... There's really like 32 different classes based on how you mix and match your abilities. And there's no outline, there's no real instructions or guidelines for how it actually works.
Okay.
So you're free to interpret the pick abilities and interpret your class for however you want it. Like right now I need to make some band-aids because my health is bullshit. Chug some potions. And then I died on Anna's game, so my health got burned. Means like it doesn't restore like normal because you died. If you sleep, it will automatically come back, but otherwise you have to take medicines. In this case, I have to drink mineral tea. And it doesn't heal you, it just removes your body's fatigue so you can actually then eat and normally heal yourself.
Oh shit, so literally, like if you're in a match, there's no quick way of getting any heals?
There is. It's potions, but potions are extremely hard to make and valuable.
So, but didn't you say your character can heal, so therefore that's actually really good?
Yeah, so right now, if I wanted to, I don't have it in my bar, I would have to manually cast it from my... It's... And then after I cast Aegis and Dez, I do Dez and Aegis. It consumes, so one of them gives me a buff to magic, and then the other consumes the buff to feed me. Or to heal me. And that's what I mean about how the magic system feels really unique, because you kind of have that whole thing where you don't just cast a spell, it's like things get added onto it. You start off with a spark, so like I had to draw that circle on the ground, and my guns went from being just basic flintlocks to then they got infused with lightning and they do double damage. So the core of the Van Helsing build is like summoning the elements on the ground and then imbuing the bullet with it.
So would you say this would be your hardest direct hitting character then, right?
Oh, if we're in chat, we can turn off because I can hear myself.
How do I turn off the volume in the YouTube or whatever?
Honestly, let's. I think I can.
Oh yeah, yeah. Give me 1 second. I'm going
No,
on
no,
YouTube.
I can
I'll
change
share
it
my
on my
camera.
end. All right, is that any better?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, I just made it so that you can only hear my party chat, and I turned off my broadcasting audio. It's still there for recording purposes, but not for broadcasting. Or is it still going? Fuck.
It's like going off. Let's see. Echo.
Echo.
It's like 50-50. Yeah, you're good. I'm not.
But yeah, no, this character can definitely dump a bunch of damage all at once. I don't have a lot of sustain though. I have a lot of burst damage potential, and then I kind of have to reposition, which is why I'm just simply getting this character here. Oh, it's a safe camping spot. Yeah, the desert is such a fucking bitch. The sun. Drink a cactus fruit to get a cold boon. Activated my cold boon for cooling effect. Then I got a cold torch. This I only have 2 for now. I just started my second. I just need to get this fucker over here to this cave. Stamina.
Okay, so that little light thing in your backpack, does that actually come with the backpack, or is that an additive thing for like warning you on the map?
Oh, that lantern. There's different. You need to find fuel in the game or make fuel to keep your lanterns going because obviously there's a night and day cycle, and in dungeons it's pitch black if they're underground. Like literally pitch black. Like no joke, like completely fucking black, like real life. And if your lantern runs out of fuel, it'll start to dim. But if you don't catch it, a lot of times you'll be mid-fight and it'll go pitch black. And you'll have to like go into your crafting menu to refuel the lantern before you can see anything. So there's been times where, and like one time Anna's ran out of fuel, but she didn't give a shit because she was letting mine illuminate for both of us. But then mine went out and neither of us had fuel, and we were just running around in the pitch black trying to fight, and then just died. Only right now they're theorizing it might go to 4 at some point, but for now it's only 2. However, that means that you and Dylan can each play on. You can buy 1 copy of the game, and you and Dylan can play together. But then, if you wanted to play, I can jump into Dylan's game, or jump into your game, or you can jump into my game, or we can even power level. Yeah. Only 2 people at a time, and it progresses the story of whoever the person who's being joined on. Oh yeah, they get. You can look up the trailer for the DLC, but they have the whole thing like the last boss we fought was a lich, the Jade Lich, and we needed to kill the Jade Lich. If once you beat him, if you do these certain puzzles in his dungeon and then beat him, he will allow you to bring him these super rare resources and make you like the best weapons in the game. In addition to dropping like a unique set that you only get by beating him. But he would channel this ability where he would keep summoning these tentacles out of the ground and then they would whip you. But so obviously you had to keep moving because the tentacles were like rooted in place but could swing. So the way we worked it out is that one of us would aggro, get his attention, and then run away like a chip. And while he was channeling the tentacles on them, then the other one would shoot, and then we just kept switching back and forth. But we had to like communicating. There was a few moments where he thought she thought they had stopped following her, so she went to shoot and then got stuck in a bunch of them and couldn't get out, and then ran out of stamina because they drain it. But at the end, like, yeah, it wasn't crazy unbeatable. But it did take some thinking. Do you want to? So literally the amount, every backpack has different perks, including different weight limits. You can go up to 10 pounds over your weight limits, but you take a stamina penalty to everything you do. Every amount of weight you have, everything you have on your character, other than the gear equipped to them, affects your overall stamina consumption and run speed. So like, the way they set it up is when you drop your backpack on your mini-map, your backpack will always appear, so you can go back and get it. For me though, I don't rely on dodging. I got a perk through the mercenary, the gun trainer, that the perk was my armor penalties for stamina are less, so I can keep moving. And my whole playstyle is about just killing it before it gets to me. But Anna's character has a special backpack that has a much lower weight limit than a lot of the good backpacks, but you take no dodge penalties, but that's only because she always forgets to take it off. Well, there's also a backpack that increases your movement speed. Shit. See that I just put a mine on the ground? But I forgot to load my gun, which was fucking rookie. You see how long that takes? Like, you're not doing that during a fight. And then I even have different guns with different effects for each one's, like, intended purpose. So this particular one I always open with because it puts a fire dot on them. Just need to find a place. That's my light wisp. It acts as a lantern, so I don't have to rely on using my lantern. And then once I have it on, I can then do this. And shoot little lightning balls. But like if I was a caster mage, it looks more like their fighting is ridiculous because I don't even have the items to use their abilities. Oh, here we go. Oh, wait. Here, I can actually do this. So again, I don't use these spells because they're not part of my normal repertoire, but I can use them. Since I'm a shaman or necromancer, I can reveal the souls of my enemies, and then if I combine it with my spark attack spell, I'll ignite his soul, consume it, and restore my mana back. Or I can use my conjuring and summon a minion.
So, question. So, you were saying that this character is more based off of Van Helsing, but is this character still using some abilities that are your buffs are coming through, then
my two classes are because you can get the minor abilities from every class in the game. So I have every class's minor abilities. So I have a paladin build. I have this one character could be a paladin, a paladin, DPS paladin, a tank paladin, a gunslinger, a spellweaver archer, a there's a ruins blade. I can actually let's see. What are the fucking sigils? I don't even. It really depends on what gear and what abilities you choose to use on a regular basis. I think it's this. No. Egg. There we go. Shimmegoth. So with those two, I can actually summon the blade. And then you can get gear that's designed to boost your ethereal damage. So it's all built around making this. But again, that's not how I play the game. At this moment, I have changed this character like multiple times. I have different cities with different outfits stashed for him, and I'll just change up what abilities he has. Today's flavor just happens to be Gunslinger.
Okay. I think I can do some. Sorry, I think I can do something on my side too. Is your voice still coming double your side or no?
I still hear myself double, yeah.
Okay, I do too. I think I have to do something on my side, dude. I think I have to.
Well, if we leave the party, then no. The problem is I won't be able to hear you.
Wait, does the button right here? Did you come
No, because that'll be through the laptop. But you can just mute the PlayStation. You can just mute the TV, or I mean the YouTube. Mute the YouTube video, but leave the TV and the chat on.
How do I mute? I've actually been trying to mute the YouTube video.
Oh, the option should be there. Like in the corner of the video, like normal. Out of here. What am I doing? No, this is not where I want to go. What the fuck? What? Where? Oh my god, this makes no sense. Where the fuck did I go? No, I didn't want to do any of this. I wanted to get right. Yeah, so see, that's one of the shaman abilities. Okay, I'm just gonna set up camp right here. And Alright, I'm just sleeping this
Does it pretty
off
much,
and then popping
does
off.
your character, does it get too much rest? Do you fatigue faster? Like,
If you sleep, so if you can you can sleep all the time in between the dungeon to get your health back. But if you do that, you're going to continually get hungry and need resources by fast forwarding time. And the more you sleep, the more muddled. Oh shit! I just got ambushed. Oh, thank God I got stuck in there. And none of my guns are reloaded? Oh shit. Oh shit, I'm on fire. God damn it, god damn it, god damn it, god damn it. Oh my god, could you not with the fire through the walls? You have to literally splash water on yourself to put a fire out. Come
you
on.
literally carry around a bottle of water just for fires up?
Oh, and the drink anyway. Change guns. Dodge. And then the pre-cast the first ruin. So I can quick cast the second. Let's see if I can try to put a landmine in there. Oh, I'm bringing a little asshole just fucking bugging him out over here. So that's like my wind symbol. So if you notice my gun, it's like the mechanics are actually kind of nice and simple. So there's a reload slash shoot action. So if you have an empty gun in your hand and you press the button, you then begin to reload. If I'm outside the circle, it looks like a normal gun, you know, like a little explosion. If I stand in the circle, it now tells me that I've imbued it. Oh, where the fuck? Don't you throw your fucking bullshit magic at me. Okay. I somehow managed to get lost in here and I have no idea how to get back out. That right there, that's a close, because again, it's not like nothing has a level. Things are just different creatures have different weapons, and that dictates their strength. So like a human is equal to a human. Now there's boss humans that have slightly higher stats, but at the end of the day, the gear they're wearing is normally the gear they drop, and that's a reflection of how strong they are. If they have palladium gear, it's obviously better than like tattered scrap gear or iron or brutal.
So what's the highest level to your gear then? It's like chainmail or plate or?
Well, and then it's not, again, it's not like conventional. That's why I like it so much. It's not like you're trying to chase a specific piece of gear that's like the best. There's over 47 sets of gear and like 32 of each weapon. And it's all an issue of attack speed, elemental type, what debuffs does it put on the enemy, if any. Certain abilities only work with certain weapons, so then that dictates like how your playstyle ends up. Because there's 12 boons or buffs, things that just like augment you. But then something like 30 or 40 active abilities, and you can only have 8 on your bar at a given time. So reasonably your class becomes that. There's 8 trainers in the game right now. You can learn 4 skills from each of the trainer,